Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Magnus. One of the features I have been missing the most when it comes to Checkpoint is CDP or LLDP, meaning some sort of discovery protocol so you can map network in a really efficient way. I mean, Cisco started with CDP a long time ago, and now there is something called LLDP that is industry standard that is available on multiple vendors. So starting from R81, this is actually available on Checkpoint as well. Sadly, it's not available on VSX, but it's available on normal gateways. So how do you actually configure this? Well, you can check the admin guide for Gaia. It's not listed under the gateway guide or management guide. It's only listed under the Gaia guide, which is quite strange, but okay. So if you search for LLDP, you will see the instruction and what you can do and how to configure it both in CLI and in the Gaia portal. To configure this, I'm reusing my CCSA lab. So I have my Windows machine that we can use to connect to my Checkpoint cluster. And I have a Cisco router here running LLDP. So we can log into the VMware workstation and we can, first of all, we can go to the router. So this is the Cisco router. Show LLDP neighbors. So we have 0 neighbors here. So that's good. Because we are not running LLDP on none of this. So if we do LLDP neighbor, we see that the LLDP is not running. And just to show the configuration, we can do show configuration. And down here we have LLDP state off. So if you want to enable LLDP on the Checkpoint gateway, you can do it in CLI. And you can also do it in the Gaia portal. So I recommend you to do this in the Gaia portal because it doesn't work for VSX, and VSX doesn't have the Gaia portal until R8040, and LLDP doesn't work until R81. So there is more or less no point if doing this in CLI. The only reason why you would do it in CLI is if you deploy multiple gateways and you can have it in your standard template. So then you can do it in CLI. I will still enable it first in the Gaia portal so you can see the configuration. But it's fairly simple. I can show it later. So just do configuration unlock. And LLDP is shown both in the classic mode here and in the advanced mode. So we can do this one in the Gaia portal, meaning we take LLDP here. So first of all, we need to enable it. Just apply. And then we can add the specific interfaces that we want to show. So let's enable it on Ethernet 3 and let's do transmit and receive. So you can actually pick if you want to only see people's LLDP announcement, or if you want to send it out so other part of the network can see it. So this can be good, for example, if you have some like transaction point or like exchange point with a different vendor, with a different partner, with a customer. Normally you disable LLDP, CDP and such discovery protocols outside your own organizations. You only have it inside your own organization, because LLDP and CDP can be used to like discover what sort of equipment you have, what sort of version you're running, what sort of IP addresses they should connect to. So LLDP is good for administrators, but it's also great for hackers or great for hacking tools, because it can map out the network fairly quickly. So you don't only have routing tables, IP addresses, but you can also see the software, even if you're not running like SNMP, because some of the information will be sent out with LLDP as well. But this is a lab, so we just enable it. And you can see here what sort of information that you want to send out on your LLDP. So I will skip all of this for now, and we will enable it after we have seen the initial output. So here we have it enabled on interface 3, and this is on gateway 1. So let's open in CLI on gateway 1. So let's go back to Clish. Show configuration. And the only thing that we have here for LLDP is this part. So I'll take this part, copy, and I will send it into gateway 2. All right, so now LLDP is enabled. First of all, let's see if we can go into expert mode. And we can see like the LLDP neighbors. I will do clear here just so we have it on top. So LLDP neighbors. That's the command to actually see it, and it needs to be done in expert mode. So we can see here that we have a neighbor. I will just cancel this one. Okay, so the checkpoint box, it can see that it's running like iOS software, what sort of software is running, and what sort of interface it's connected to. So this is quite handy, and you can also see like the IP address. And this is like standard when you enable LLDP, that it shows everything. But if we do the same here, show LLDP neighbors, we only see the MAC addresses. We don't see anything more. So we can even do show LLDP neighbor details. And we can see like, yeah, it's not advertised all of this stuff. So it doesn't show anything. You can turn this off in other vendors as well, but it's quite handy that Checkpoint doesn't announce it from start. So you can only like announce MAC addresses. Yes, you can see that it's a Checkpoint device because it's Checkpoint MAC addresses and so on. But to be able to see all of this stuff, you need to enable these sort of things. And I will do it in the GUI here because I did turn off I did the disconnect from the CLI. So just enable all of them. And it's still the same here, so it shows the same. And if we do it here, let's see, do we see any difference? We see here the name of the device. So you see here CP Gateway 1, and that's CP Gateway 1. And if we do the details, we see a lot more. It doesn't say Checkpoint anywhere. I think that's quite strange. You don't see like, that it's a Checkpoint device. You see that it's a Linux device and it has the kernel 3.10. So if you know it, you know that it's a Checkpoint. But it would be nice if it says like Checkpoint Firewall or so on. Maybe that's a security feature. I don't know. I think it's quite handy to see that you see that it's a Cisco device and this sort of hardware. I mean, this is a virtual one, so it wouldn't show any hardware, but still, it would be nice that it shows up as a Checkpoint Firewall if you are allowing all the information to be sent internally, of course. But here you see both the Gateway 1 and Gateway 2, Gateway 1, Gateway 2. And you can see what sort of interface is connected to, what sort of software it's running. These sort of stuff is not advertised, not supported. And if we do like this, we do exit and clear again. Okay, cannot do like that here. But show configuration. We see here. This is the configuration that is used for LLDP in Checkpoint. If you want to have it on all interfaces, well, you need to enable it on all interfaces. So it's only enabled on Ethernet 3 here. So I think that's it for this video. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care.